Good morning, Surya. Very good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Uh, the screen enabled. I'm not able to share my PPT. No, no. No, still not able to get the screen PPT on the screen. Yeah. I don't know whether I've shared it or not because I get the screen, but I don't see. We're able to see the screen, right? Right? Well, very good morning to everyone. So today's topic is skills that makes us. Definitely, skills are very important for anyone's life, be it living, be it profession, be it any field. We talk about skills, and we focus on skills, and we take up many programs. We train ourselves to move further, etc. We do all these things just to learn few things which can make us grow better. That's what we always think about. In order to grow, we need certain skills. That's what we do, right? That's what we always have in our mind. What skill I should learn today so that I can go further. But keeping it one side, we'll see what the skills are actually. A way to grow your identity. That's how I see it. Rather than saying it makes me it gives me a profession. Rather than saying it gives me it takes me into a job, I would say a way to grow your identity. Because any person needs identity to grow in a society. Say, for example, you go to a mechanic shop, you see a person there, you see, you ask for, is there a mechanic here? Yes, of course. I can see a skill is being addressed as identity. A profession of teacher, teaching skills. We ask for, is this person having a teaching? This particular person he or she has that particular skill. Every interview checks on the skills, what is required for their own company or places. So today, we're just going to see skills and identity and what we can do further. Yes, you can link skills to any places on the screen. Now you can see your knowledge, training, ability, education, growth, goals, learning, potential, experience, advanced training, competence. All these factors can be linked at one spot. Skills. So what is very special in this skill, learning skills? How am I going to link with knowledge? How am I going to link with training? How am I going to link with ability? How am I going to link with education? Further, etc. down the line. Yes. Skills are something which can be divided into two, as everyone knows very well. Hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills are obtained through work experience, education, training, certification, and these are something which we have been put through the process right from our junior ages. That is right from, yeah, right from the birth. We have been trained on certain things. I'd say initially we would have started with soft skills training, hard skills. Gradually, it is growing up. There should be a balance between these two, hard and soft skills. When we say soft skills, it's nothing but can be gained through life experience, both on and off work. This is what is very important. Wherever, in whichever company you're pitching in for a job, or if you want to create your own company, that is, you want to be an entrepreneur, your soft skills have to be very strong. At the same time, your hard skills have to be balanced. These two makes a proper identity. We when you want to be an entrepreneur, there is a question mark. Do you have this entrepreneurship skills, and what are those skills, etc. I'm not going to deep down into the skills of entrepreneurship skills, leadership skills, social skills, etc. I'm just going to differentiate these two and tell you what is required now to make your identity grow better. As we discussed, there are many skills like communication skills, organization skills, leadership skills, computer skills, social skills, life skills, hard skills, soft skills, technical skills, and many. There can be many, which can be counted, based on the requirements. Based on the requirements, it can be broken into even small aspects. Technical skills. So earlier, say for example, to build a building, we do not require any architecture. There will be a person who will be planning, okay, this much height, this should be the diagonal of the room, this should be the width and length of the room at this much height. So he gives a dimension, and the helper does that. That's how it went. Now everything is sketched and planned. We have an architect, we have a civil engineer, we have down the line other associate engineers and other people who are working on it, and each and everything is broken into small pieces in order to get specialized in that particular field. And here, when you're getting specialized in particular aspects, now integration needs to be there. So now there comes a play like managerial skills or leadership skills or social skills for that matter, who integrate all these people. Like when we have HR, you need to have definitely, when we talk about human resource management people, they need to have a good communication skills and social skills. Only then they will be able to navigate between all these people and hold the team together, integrated. Leadership skills. Any organization is led by managing director with a vision of the organization, and you need to have certain leadership skills to move forward, to move further. So we talk about skills there. Again, in organization, again, we talk about skills. When we go talk to a salesperson, when a salesperson approaches you, it is not that sometimes it is not that we need the product, we buy it. Sometimes it is for the skill of his convincing ability, we buy it. Right? We buy it. And for this matter, I would say some practical skill which we can learn at home. Say for example, this happened with me personally. When I went with my mom, I can bet it today, she's the best bargainer. She has the best bargaining skills. Like you must be knowing most of the home, dads won't be that much having bargaining skills as far as my experience is concerned. And when I talk to more people, I see rather than dads, moms negotiate very well, and you have got your proofs at your home. That's very clear. When we buy a product, they say it is 10 rupees, and sir, please can you give it 9 rupees? No, sometimes we may not get it, but when moms enter the scene, and it's done for 8 rupees also. That's clear. Skills of negotiations. Skills of negotiations. And in most places, the receptionist, you must be noting it down. In most places, when I say most places, there the receptionist, more or less, in most places, will be a female candidate. Again, it is a fact of skill. It is a fact of skill that matters a lot here again. Likewise, you'll see let's go by one now. So we have seen that no many skills are there, and I'm just going to move into the next slide. The crux of this program is this: identify your skills. Many a times we don't identify our skills. We need someone else to identify. That's true. In your school days, someone would have said, no, you're a good football player. I see yourself, no, you can play good, no, you can play football very well. You must try making it into football team. Yes, somebody from outside says that, no, this is what your skill, no, you're good at this skill. And sometimes we recognize that, sometimes we don't recognize that. Identifying skills is a prime factor because identity and skills more or less goes hand in hand. So identifying your skills is very important. How to identify your skills? As I said, you can take external help. That's one way. Like profiling is one factor. You can do profiling. You can take the help from the outside. People who are like, say for example, like Ezeal. We are into it, so you can you can identify your skills. Like profiling can be done to check where you're good at, to know where you can shine better, to know where you can excel and grow, where you are limitless. Though there it is limitlessness for you, because something which is inherent, that is your potential is no, there is potential already, and if you're able to make it kinetic, then well and good, you're growing it. Simple. That's where this identity is identifying is very important. And once we're identifying it, what should I do? Yes, I've identified it. I should seek for the opportunities to employ that again every now and then, in order to see, say for example, I have a good drawing skills. Yes, you have identified it, or your parents have identified it. Make sure you go for competitions. You're good at oratory skills. That is, you're good at public speaking. Well, go for a prepared talk, extempore, debate, and invest your time into that, because it's your skills which is going to make you great in the future. Apart from your certificates, it is your skill again. I would rather share one of these small stories which I saw in person. I know two people. In order to name them, I will just give their actual names. Kumaran was there. One name is one of the candidates is Kumaran. Other one is Ram Kumar. Kumaran cracked his 10th standard. No, he got some highest marks in the village. And Ram Kumar, he was on average, he got no average score around 50 to 60%. That was, so he didn't pursue further. And Kumaran pursued further, completed his 12th standard, got good marks, placed in got into a college. His college was exemplary. He got a good job, and he's excellent in his own field. He took up computer science engineering, CSE, and he is into software development now. He has gone good way that on the other side. Right now, we might think, what will happen to Ram Kumar? Ram Kumar, he didn't crack 10 stand. No, he just got 50 to 60%. He didn't pursue further. Now, on this state, if we compare the financial status, social status, whatever the factors which you compare for a settled life, both are on the same page. I would say Ram Kumar is much better than Kumaran. Where Kumaran does not have the liberty to take leave on any day, any fine day, but Ram Kumar has, at his instance, yes, if he wants to take a break, he can take a break, just like that, for a month, for a week, whatever he decides to. The reason is he has honed upon his skills, he worked on it, he's good at the skills which is for the thought. He went, he's a vegetable vendor's son, right? So he later learned about the vegetables, and on the agriculture field. He didn't go do his BSc agriculture. He just learned what is happening, life experiences, right? He learned those skills there. He grew it. He actually pushed further and grew his skills up. He opened up his own vegetable market, and today he's running around, say, for example, uh, 3 or 4 villages connected together. He has tie-ups with all the farmers. He runs his own kind of farming, leasing, lease kind of farming is happening there. Like you can say, even contract farming. You can say that way also. A person started with where he doesn't know, where people said no, that's all. He's no more. He cannot grow further in his life. Now he has a very good home. He has very good car, recognized by whole village people. He's into political activities too. Maybe political activities, say, like village president or vice president kind of thing. And the important point here is that in both cases, Kumaran and Ramkumar, it is the skills which made them to grow further. Just by having BSc computer science, sorry, BE computer science engineering, he did not grow. He had his certificates, but he had to show his talent through his skills. To by put forthing all his skills, he has shown it that yes, I can do
Moderate.
something in software. So he has grown up.
நீங்க பேசிட்டு இருங்க, சின்ன ஒர்க்குங்க.
The same way, the same way, Ramkumar has shown his skills in understanding the business, and he has taken it further. So identifying your skills is very important. On your skills, this is very, 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 very much important. It's not that once you identify, you should, okay, I have the skills, I can settle on. No, you should make it further. You can grow it further. As we discussed, Kumaran did various certification programs, and he further improved upon, he learned more skills, etc., which made him to climb up the ladder. And Ramkumar looks around for other learnings and to grow further. And here again, it is how you own your skills. If you have some skills, you should know how to employ that skills, how to showcase that skill. And that's where the concept of branding comes in. People used to say, how can I be self-branded? Sir, if you're good at some skills of yours, sir, I would say there is a Facebook page. If I'm a good architect, no, I'm a good in drawing and painting, I would definitely have a page. I'll keep posting my page, keep posting my arts. One day or the other, obviously, I'll be having an invitation to conduct a program, and that's possible always. So Facebook page is one way of doing it. A LinkedIn profile, where you can showcase your potentiality. So honing your skills means how you take it to the next level. It is not that I have a skill, I sit just like that, I sit idle. No, identifying your skills first, then comes to honing your skills. Hone your skills so that you can go to the next level. And how you're going to hone your skills, and that's where the individual plans come in. That's where whether you take external help or you do it on your own, either way it is possible. Next is growing the skills. Yes, sir. I identified certain skill. I identified. Then I moved on to on my skills and try to employ it. And now I'm trying to grow my skill. Day one, my skill would have been here. The day two, yes. Day three, maybe in a year, in a two, three, four, five, your skills should be growing. It is not that you should be with only one skill. You can acquire many skills for that matter. So you should keep growing your skills day by day, one over the other. And we know the world is very competitive. The world is very competitive. Many changes are happening, particularly when you take the lockdown period. We know lot many changes are happening. Lot many changes are happening. Almost everyone goes online now. Right from shopping to, of course, there are few things which cannot be which cannot be going online. But still, the teaching factor, work from home, etc., etc. Everything goes. You be connected in the cloud and everything happens. Today, I talk from my home, and you listen from your home, and that's again nothing but you know that's the changes which is happening all around. And people who are in different fields, some people take it one way. Oh my God, this is a lockdown. What can I learn today? No, nothing. I cannot go out. Instead of having that kind of thought, what productive I can do in this lockdown? What productive skills I can learn towards my goal? Say, for example, a candidate who's preparing for the civil services interview, or who prepares for the civil services for that matter, who, say, for example, he writes his exams and goes to the interview one day. And what should I do now? This is a lockdown. I'm really frustrated. What to do now? Yes, why not improve your public speaking skills? Take up small courses. I know you learn how to deliver your talk. The public speaking courses are, no, it's already there in the internet. Different institutions are giving different courses. So if you're good at, if you want to become a civil servant, of course, public speaking is one of the important ingredient, because day in and day out, you'll be meeting a lot of people. So you need confidence. You need to know how to talk to people, how to convince people. So yes, obviously, this can be, this is where you stand now. From here, how do I grow it? Yes, look for the opportunity to grow your skill. When you identify the skills, yes, one way of identifying is I have this kind of skill. And one way, what can I grow further? Identify the skills which you want to grow and start growing it. It is not about being stagnant, it is about running, it is about flowing. Rather than running, I would say it's about flowing. When your thought process, when your skills keep flowing, you keep growing. Discover the skills which you have already and learn new skills to grow further. This is very essential in order to grow your skills. Identifying the skills, honing the skills, growing the skills, and discovering something which is already inside, and I try to push it, I try to bring it out. And how to discover, sir? Discovering your skill needs opportunities. And when you see an opportunity, there might be a lot of questions. Should I take this or not? Lot many questions are there. Sometimes this discovery happens because of the trial and error method. Very small amount of people, very lesson numbers, very lesson numbers, take initiative, keep trying in all the factors and try to discover. Very lesson numbers. Very lesson numbers try to do this. They take initiative. No, the very lesson numbers take initiative to discover their potentiality. They keep learning. That's one part, but still, they doesn't realize what is their real potential. So discover your real potential. Utilize all the opportunities around you to learn, to make yourself see where you wanted to be. Discover everything for that matter, even small skills. You have a good writing skill, yes, start writing. Write a story. If you're good at story writing, start doing it. Don't just abandon that. You discovered that, you should not abandon, rather you should keep writing. You should be nurturing it, learning new skills. Of course, these two should go hand in hand. Discover, learn, and passion, the passion and skills. So when the passion and skills meet together, that's it. There is no one who can stop you from achieving what you wanted. And the passion and skills meet, and when they converge, and that is a place where you make growth in exponential way. Of course, initially there might be some struggles, there might be certain you know obstacles to come over. But once you do that, then I think the growth, the trajectory of your growth will be very on top. So passion and skills. You have certain passion and develop skills towards that. You can do wonders when passion and skills meet. I would say a small anecdote what happened. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's passion was to fly. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, his passion was to fly. You know who he is, right? His passion was to fly, right? He took all the steps in acquiring those skills. He took all the skills. If you read the Wings of Fire, Turning Points of India, Turning Points, right? Both are his sequels, biographical, autobiographical sequel. If you read that, you'll understand how the passion and skills met together. When the passion and skills meet together, and of course, you must be knowing now where he reached from a point of where you know possibilities of flourishing is very meager. Still, he made it to the point of what the first citizen of India. Apart from that, rather than saying first citizen of India, we would say today he is a global citizen. Okay, that's what the impact he made. So find out the passion, find out the skills, grow them, and set the path on the right track. And definitely, winning your success is ensured. Yes. Now I'll be open to questions or any clarifications you people require. I'm ready to go for it. I'm ready to answer one by one. So I'll take one by one. Is there any question coming up? Yes, any questions? I think the audience can hear me. Well, I have Ms. Satyapriya asking questions, so slide not visible. Okay, I've just stopped the slide sharing. It's about question and answer session, so I just want to go for the question and answer session. So, Ms. Satyapriya, I'm slightly lagging in communication skill. I struggled vocabulary too. Okay, give some tips to plan. Okay, fine. Here I would suggest you to read a lot. Uh, Preferably go for simple reading like biographies, autobiographies. This will help you to grow good vocabulary. And if you're reading novels, and again, that will be another set of books which can help you grow your language better. Okay, that way you can develop your vocabulary. And when it comes to communication skill, most people forget that reading by silence, reading in silence, I can grow my communication skill. Sir, when you're speaking to somebody else, you're not going to speak in silence. You're going to speak verbally loud. So I would suggest you to read loud, read louder when you read. So go to a separate place where where your voice is not going to disturb anybody else, and sit there and read louder, at least 20 pages. Not that no, you should read the whole book louder. I would suggest you to read the book louder, at least 20 pages in a day. So when you do this, can you hear me? I think I'm audible. There's a connection. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So sometimes you might feel like, no, I don't have the habit of reading books. Okay, fine. Then listen to books. There are lot of applications which gives audiobooks. Go for that. Spend some money on that. I think that will be really good. Say for example, if you take some, I think Audible and a lot many books are there. Storyteller, something like that. Okay, listen to the books. So first time you listen it carefully. Second time, as you listen, speak out. That's one way of improving your communication skills. And today that is a factor which you should be doing. Okay, I think I've answered Ms. Adipriya. Okay, is there any way out to find out the skill sets we have? Yes, there are a lot of ways to find out the skill set. There are a lot of ways to find out what kind of personality one has and what kind of skill set one might be possessing. Yes, of course. That's what Ezeal is doing from by profiling everyone. So candidates are profiled and understood based on the results coming out. Maybe I think SOORIYAOLI must be able to highlight on that factor. Okay, you can contact SOORIYAOLI. You'll be able to get the information very clearly, right? And finding it, okay, there is one is there that no, this factor is no external help, taking the external help and finding out the skill what I have. And what can I do right now sitting at home? I don't know whether I have certain skills or not. What can I do? Yes, take out a paper, start writing out whatever you have done so far. Right, you need to analyze that, and mostly this is not done very comfortably by everybody. That's the reason why we always go for specialization, outsource things so that we learn what skills we have. Simple. Okay. How to tackle nervousness in unpleasant and new situations? What do you do in such cases? Okay. How to tackle nervousness in unpleasant and new situations? Okay. So new situations. So in this case, I would like to say unpleasant and new situations. You got to stay calm. That's it. Stay calm and accept what has happened. Let's see what could be done next. When you have these things, I think it is very easy. I think that way you can do it. Any other questions? How to set up mind for preparation during lockdown? Well, in preparation in the sense, are you? Is it preparation of Is it acquiring a new skill or developing a new skill? Okay, so you're preparing for competitive exams. Yes, of course. Okay, fine. That's called. I would put this under technical skill, learning what is to be done. Okay, for the next level. Okay, fine. Mind, set up your mind for preparation. When your purpose is very strong, when you make your purpose statement very strong, say for example, yes, I want to serve the people. So government job, mostly what you do is serving the people. So when your purpose is strong, and you want to be, make sure that I should get into this service very, as soon as possible when the opportunity is there, right? And you make the purpose very strong, right? And plan it well in such a way that planning is another skill which I would like to tell about now. Tell that now. So planning is something which is very important and imperative when you prepare for exams like this for government job. So plan your day in such a way that you don't you know uh, lose your motivation. Okay, generally this happens, losing the motivation. So do not lose your motivation. To keep yourself motivated, you should be tracking your psychological mind setup, your mindset. So initially, I would suggest you to work for a week and find out where you lack and what can be done to promote that. Where the lacking is there, where you can motivate yourself. Okay, so that I think that is the best way to do it. Don't worry about the notification because that's always there. If you're worrying about the notification, nothing can be done because it is up to the government to release the notification. So don't worry about the notification. Always have a progressive thought in your mind. Like, whenever it comes, you're going to crack it. So keep yourself prepared. Don't have the mind set up to crack the exam. Rather have the uh, idea to top the exam. Okay, that way you can put in more effort. Thank you. Anybody else? Okay. I learned some life skills, but I forgot. Fine. See, if when we have certain skills, we need to keep practicing that. We need to keep practicing that. I would say for example, Usain Bolt. We know that he is one of the he attained the peak and he stayed there for a long time as the fastest man in the world. Okay. Once he attained that position, he didn't sleep over that. He practiced every day. He practiced every day in and out. No, he put in efforts towards that. He had diet restrictions. He had physical. He had to do physical exercises. He had to do mental. No, he had to create. Make up his mental ideas. It's a combination of everything. So when you want to put in your life skill into action, and when you put this into action, definitely you will not forget it. When you keep it only on the papers, then there is possibility that no, you might forget this. And when you put it in action, that is when you practice that, I think life skills won't be forgotten. Okay. So best thing is to put it into practice. Thank you. I'm open to question. If you have any specific question, you can go ahead. Okay. I think the questions. Somebody's typing. Fine. As the questions are not coming up, I think Surya, are you there? Yeah, there is a question here. Okay. Nowadays, technology is developed widely, so human workers are struggling to face. For example, software and other technologies. Okay. Okay. Keeping the learning side open is the best part to cope to get accommodated to the updates and technology, right? After 20 years, humans are not worth only software. That cannot be said. That's an argument. Better way, that's an. I would say that's an argument actually. Anyway, humans are not worth only software. That is not so. We must be knowing that the software is made by the humans, not by the software itself. So, be it after 20 years, be it after 1,000 years, humans are worth enough. It's not only the software. Okay. So skills, it is the skill set of human beings which makes this. So obviously, there will be a generational shift. For example, ICT, that is information communication technology, is fastest growing, of course. And we have seen in this generation, we have seen 2G, 3G, 4.5, 5, and we're coming to 4G, and now we are shifting to 5G and all, right? So I think it won't be, this shift is there. And when we upgrade ourselves very fast, of course, we use 2G phones, now we are using 4G phones. Of course, then we are getting used to it, right? My grandpa was born in the year 1947, right? And in the year of independence. And he still, think of those days, there was not even telephone lines. And later we handled mobile phones, no? Uh, landlines, now mobile phones. Now he's using emails and Skype and all, right? So technology is there. Now, when you learn the technology, then it's good. The nomenclature and the type of job might be changing. It does not mean that availability of job will be losing. Okay. So I think that won't be a problem at all. There will be a problem. People might say that there is a problem. Yes, of course, given the population that is there, dependency ratio will increase. But it is how the government policies are shaped will be, we'll be able to get some light on that. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Any more questions, people?
Yeah, as the number of questions, I think the questions are done.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. Thank you. Have a good day. I think
Okay,
there
there's
is one question.
one more question.
Okay, fine. I'll take this as the last question. So while developing these skills, humans are not developing. I don't get the question actually. So, Surya, can you see the question?
Yes, ma'am. Probably you want me to read it?
No, question is not full, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
So while developing these skills, humans are not developing these skills. For example, probably
I think the question is not full.
no, no.
Maybe I don't think
Supriya,
so.
if it is possible, you can just enable your mic and you can just directly go on asking the question. So that will be better, I guess, because we are not able to understand the question what you have stated now. So is it that why does human beings here in India we are not able to develop the skills as of the people in China who work for a very long time, something like that, or in terms of the technical or technological mindset, something like that? Can you be precisely clear? Okay, man. I guess the question goes like this. So
Yeah, please go ahead.
the question is something like, why are people here or not somewhere intellectual in kind of the people there in China? Because we there are a lot of Chinese goods, innovative goods which are coming out. So why are not we people are able to go on such innovative things in terms of the production and I hope maybe the things we use 10 in 1 are the Chinese products right now. So some way or the other, we use the Chinese products right now. So that is the question I guess Supriya asked. Is that what, Supriya? Okay, I guess I have got
Okay.
the question.
Okay, fine. So Indians are not able to do it while Chinese were able to do it. Is that the main area where I should hit in? That's
Yes.
the question. Okay, fine. Okay. If you take the skill level of India, say for example, the if you take how many skilled human labor we have, human resource we have, India is only no, India is less than 4% skilled based on the surveys. Okay. Whereas if you take China, it is more than that. When if you take South Korea, it is around South Korea and Japanese country, Japan, it is more than 80 percentage. To be very precise, they are much more skilled. No, 85 and 90 percentage. Think of the uh, gap we have. We have only 4 percentage, less than 4 percentage for that matter. Okay. And there are few skills which are not certified. That is one. So that's the reason why the government has already made a program called Skill India program, where skills, already existing skills are recognized by the government. Okay, so that people can be brought into the fold. Say, for example, I still know a brother who is working in who worked in a mechanic shop. He didn't have much of a knowledge of a mechanical shop because I know, he worked there for more than 10 years in a mechanic shop, and now he runs his own mechanic shop. Okay, he's not a person who did diploma and all. He's not a person who did BE automobile engineering and all. But still, he has made a small, living for him by learning from the through learning from the experience. Okay, these people are not certified actually. So Skilling India program is trying to do that. So we know that we have a very good demographic within, and once the Prime Minister of India said that India soon will be human resource exporter. Like we have people, but the skills are not recognized. Maybe recognition of the skills, that is one part which is there, and the skills which are on the lines of the upcoming market should be promoted. So once that is done, I think these things can be tackled. It is not that they have skills, we don't have skills. We in India, even Indians are skilled, but the recognition and the certification part, that is one factor, and bringing them to the mainstream is very important. We know that the MSME sector, micro, small, and medium sector, is one of the though it is some part are organized, most of the part are still an unorganized factor, where the skilled labors are not brought inside. And though there are labor skilled labors are there, but still they are not recognized as such, with the certificates and all. Maybe if when that is there, obviously the question which you have can be tackled. So it is very important to recognize the skill. Yeah, thank you. Any questions? You're welcome with the questions. Okay.
Yes, man. I guess people are done with the questions.
Yes.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Surya. It's a great opportunity to connect to people.
Yes, probably we'll be connecting often, henceforth, people. Yes, myself and Jayamurugan sir will be connecting often hereafter. So, in terms of the skill development and everything. So, kindly share your feedback in the link which I've given, and also review us on the G page, which I've mentioned there. There are two links here. So, the feedback link will be active till midnight, 12 midnight. So, you can just post your feedback. It can be of any feedback, honest feedback, in terms of anything, and you can just post your comments, and you can also ask questions to us in the G page, where we can answer you in terms of any kind of skill development, or in terms of your personal profiling, your life coaching, and everything. So get connected with us every day, people. Thank you so much. Keep sharing this type of webinars that we provide. So all these webinars are free only. So we just wanted to enlighten the people in terms of during this lockdown, probably not letting them down in their morale. So that's the main thing that we have come out with this particular solution. Thank you so much for connecting with us today. So stay connected, and we'll meet you on Tuesday. So we'll not be having any webinars on Monday. So we'll meet you on Tuesday with another one webinar by 5 o'clock in the evening. Until then, bye and good night.